Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Stockport. We're here again. Today is the home leg against Inter Milan, and the second game in this episode is going to be Leicester in the FA Cup, because that's who we got drawn against, but because it moved the Arsenal game back to give us more games in hand. But that is an FA Cup quarter-final, so a win there. We're into the semis, and we're not that far away from a potential FA Cup final too. So I said I wanted to have a crack at that, and I think this could be the year that we really do go there. We're just doing really well in the cup competitions, and something just feels like it's clicked with us now, and the players just seem to have really gelled into a great unit, and we're playing some sensational football at the moment, and it's very nice to watch. What are your thoughts about the Birmingham fan who attacked Jack Grealish, and what measure do you think football clubs need to take to prevent stuff like this from happening again? Fat chance of that happening at Stockport. Svenningsson and Bruno Bridges would have had your guts for garters. To be fair, if someone tried to pull that crap in a Stockport game, the guard dog would quite literally turn them into a fine mist, just with his beard alone. He's a scary looking man. He looks like a wildling from Game of Thrones. I actually tweeted about this at the time, and honestly, it's disgraceful, and people actually saying he deserves it are idiots, basically. If you think that a footballer who's just being a footballer, no matter how much you might dislike him for being a footballer, deserves to be assaulted from behind, most importantly, on a football pitch, then you're an idiot, quite simply, and that sort of shit has no place, obviously, in the English game, and I've seen a bit more of it lately, which is a bit disturbing. Hopefully we can get that one under control. Now then, we've had 4 Premier League games off camera, which is quite a few, because we've had some games that were rescheduled and whatnot that we had to play in quite a short period of time, and the problem with playing getting all these games in hand is you've got to play them at some point, and they come thick and fast at one point. But thankfully, the other teams are doing their best to fall over each other, trying to prevent each other from winning the league and forgetting all about little old Stockport. Anyway, off-camera games. Let's have a gander at those, shall we? So first up, we travel to the London Stadium to take on West Ham, and we create some good chances in this game. That's what I would say. Kevin Wright has done a fantastic job up front for us in John Via's wake. He got man of the match in this one. He blows hot and cold, Kevin Wright. He's either the best player on the pitch or he's completely anonymous, unfortunately, which is a bit of a problem. He's essentially got a Harry Potter-style invincibility cloak. Thankfully, after 6 minutes, Russell Eales was able to unlock West Ham's Chamber of Secrets. He was played through by Livio Staku and smashed one in. I think that was his 10th goal of the season, so Eales is definitely stepping up. He's not quite hitting Ander Abasolo last season numbers, as some people have obviously pointed out, but I do think, he is younger, he's still improving, and I think over time he will be the player we want, and he's still getting goals and assists, and that's really all we can ask for the poor lad. Abasolo then came off the bench to replace an injured Russell Eales, won as a penalty, which Kevin Wright duly dispatched, which was very kind of him, and then they did get one back, a lovely ball played into the channel, Lucas Harper dispatching it under Negoita, but it wasn't enough. We created enough chances to win the game, and that is exactly what we bloody did. Thankfully, in our next game, we were presented with the Wolverhampton Wanderers team, who seemed more interested in shooting themselves in the foot than trying to shoot the ball into our net, which is fantastic. John Villa gave us the lead on his return. A ball sort of deflected into the goalkeeper off of a Camille Bednar cross. It deflected back to John Villa, who tipped it past the goalkeeper, who seemed like someone trying to balance 7 bowls of ice cream rather than actually being a goalkeeper, which was good. And then more defensive shenanigans cost Wolves their second goal. A ball lumped in towards no one, basically, but luckily Bogle was there to head it across his own box. A wonderful pass just for John Villa to dispatch into the bottom corner. We created a fair number of chances, but the goals were kind of put on a plate for Villa, but he did what he needed to do, dispatch them, but Pednar still won man of the match. Good to see Villa putting a couple of goals in the net, though. And speaking of dreadful defensive errors, steps up Sergio Rico. We managed to beat Huddersfield 1-0 at home. This is one of those games, they played a 4-1-4-1, what I have always called now for the last 6-7 months, the Marianne Least system. And when teams play like this, you just need to try and get a goal, because if you score one, they're not going to get one back. But they really do struggle. And naturally, Sergio Rico just decided to give us one. Stood with the ball at his feet, waited for Jamie Lane to come in, basically took the ball off of his toe. I don't know what he was trying to do. I would be investigating him for match fixing. But Jamie Lane's goal gave Jamie Lane man of the match as well, and a 1-0 victory. Another clean sheet, though. We're looking much, much stronger defensively and just racking up wins against teams we should be beating. And this is putting some serious margins now. And then in our final game, we kept on marching. We are just decimating teams at the moment. It's like other teams are a Snowman, and we've got a Flamethrower at the moment. We are melting them into nothing. Russell Eales gave us the lead after 12 minutes. He had a fantastic game here and thoroughly deserved to win man of the match, but Sloughy actually got it in the end just because he was such a midfield boss. He had a couple of bites at the cherry. Jack Butland, I think, made 2 saves before he was eventually able to bundle it over the line. Jack Butland needs a better defence in front of him. We then doubled our lead on 56 minutes. The ball was flicked down by Russell Eales into the path of Abdelrazak Sloughy, and he slotted one calmly in the bottom corner. Lovely old job. Before, on the break, towards the end of the match, Kevin Wright was put through by Russell Eels. He then squared the ball across, and who was there at the back post but Tony Martial, doing a good job in Jamie Lane's stead. He came on at half time as Lane's still recovering from that virus, I think, or he picked up a slight knock. I can't actually remember. Either way, we got a 3-0 victory, 4 wins out of 4 in the off-camera games in the Premier League, and we are marching on, lads. It is fantastic. And that now leaves the league looking like this. Oh, it's a joy to be alive. Honestly, I've not really been trying to concentrate that much on the Premier League. I've just been trying to rest players for the right games, and they've just been taking care of business in the games we've had. We've still got games in hand on all the teams below us, which means, because they just keep drawing with each other, or like Man City drew 0-0, I think, at home to Cardiff at one point, which is mental. They have picked up a couple more wins though, so they're still going relegated, but they're at least getting relegated with more points than Derby when they got relegated that time. Bednar up there, he could win Player of the Year in back-to-back seasons. Lane in there too, Roussel, Bednar with the assists as well. It's glorious. But today, it's all about Inter. We're going to rotate around a little bit. I would have started Greg Stubbs, but unfortunately he's got a sports hernia and is going to miss this match, which is a shame. But there you go. Now, looking at some of the other ties, you could see that Paris Saint-Germain went on 6-0 in Germany for an 11-2 aggregate victory. That's quite a big one. So teams are already through. Paris Saint-Germain are through. Dortmund are through. Porto and Bayern haven't played yet. Man United are through. Juventus are through. City, basically Schalke are as good as through as well. So it'll be interesting. I want to avoid British teams for as long as possible because it's always fun to play teams you've never played before, you know? So move some stuff around a little bit. It's got some knackered players in the team. Villa is not starting on the right-hand side. That is not happening. And Abasolo is definitely starting there. John Villa is definitely starting up top, though, which is nice. I've been resting players specifically for this purpose. Middledorp, there ain't no way he's playing either. Sloughy or Mellow? Sloughy or Mellow? Sloughy or Mellow? Mellow. We'll give Mellow a start. Oh, he's there. Bugger! In that case, the Quabu can come in. It's no big deal. Everything's fine. Bednar, Roussel, Maya, Karius, and Negoita. On the bench, we're going to go with the Eels, Vigo, Middledorp, Martial, Solot, Kevin Wright, and of course, Abdarazak Sloughy, just in case. All right then, I'm going to keep an eye on the Barcelona-Schalke game too. It'll be very interesting to see how that one goes. I would like to win the home leg too. Let's face it, we kind of want to do that as well if we can. Quick little note, Guard Dog signed a new deal. His agent got in touch and basically forced me into it. We have had to up his wages, which is a shame, but I feel like he was undervalued, frankly. He's still only on 50 grand a week, and that's his doubled wages. And considering the performances he puts in for us, I think he's more than worth the money that we're paying for that guy. I cannot believe how good he is when he plays. Roussel, down to Bednar. Melo and Quebo, such a blast from last season. Bednar, can he whip it across for someone? Oh, and have a solo at the back post. His 5th of the year gives us the lead at home. A 5-0 advantage on aggregate. We couldn't ask for a better start to this match. Camille Bednar. There's a reason why this guy won Premier League Player of the Season last year and is very likely to do the same. He has such a wonderful assisting ability. Look at that strike. And Abasolo on the full volley at the back post. It's 5-0 on aggregate. We are cruising to the next round. So yeah, first update. Craig Palmer on loan at Brentford has got 20 in 40. So a goal every other game. He just scores goals. I just don't think he'd ever quite be good enough to play for us because we've just got better strikers now. But my goodness, is he doing a fantastic job out on loan. And on that topic too, Gaddice is doing pretty good as well. He's got what? He's got 16 in 34 for Frankfurt, which is actually a very good return for such a young player. And lastly, Havani, who's out on loan at Uniad Almadeira, but he's playing as an attacking midfielder for them, and he's got 14 goals in 23 starts. That is insanity. And 6 assists in there too. He's having a very nice time over in Portugal, and that bodes well for when he can get a work permit at least. Oh god, round the side for Pinamonti! Saved. Or has that hit the post? I don't know. Inter started quite well here. I might just put it straight on to hit early crosses just because I just feel like we're better when we play like that. And it's flicked into the bottom corner by John Villa. That is a fantastic header from John Villa. We've been up against it so far, quite frankly, and maybe don't deserve to be 2-0 up in this, but we are. This is an absolutely sensational ball in from Jamie Lane. But what about that? Little flick on header from John Villa. 13th of the season for him now. He's not quite hit the heights with goal scoring that I was hoping, but he has had some injuries. Roussel should win this. Oh my god, Morgan, you absolute pleb. What? Oh, that is dreadful from Morgan Roussel to just allow that ball to float over his head like a balloon. A very even game that we've somehow found ourselves 2 goals up in Abasola and John Villa. I think as they've had to push, and Barcelona 3-0 up now. They only need 1 more goal and they'd actually go through. That'd be such a shame for Schalke, considering they scored 6 goals against Barcelona. Abasola picking it up, having a little run as well. Goes past 1. Oh, that is a fantastic pass. Can you? Oh, what a save from Onana. It's gone out for a corner at least. Lovely pass from Abasolo. Oh, a chance for Inter perhaps. Salah's flick on. What a save again. Negoita, if he gets 2 clean sheets out of this, and Barcelona have scored again. If Negoita gets 2 clean sheets in these matches, he is a legendary. Come on, don't let your goalkeeper down here, lads. Throw yourselves at this. Do not let them score. Abasolo, what a tackle, and it's all over. Stockport 2, Inter nil, 6-0 on aggregate. Kamil Bednar, man of the match yet again. His performances are unreal. Negoita as well made some top saves. It's a shame to see Schalke get knocked out after being 6-2 up from the first leg, but Barcelona will do that. Right, next game. So I totally forgot that we could have got a youth intake too, which is crazy. But also we just got an achievement called On Fire or something. I don't remember what that means, but it's cool. So, youth intake. Anything interesting in terms of the locations? Nothing stands out. Oh, Danish dude, always nice. We've got every reason to be excited by Simon Quickenden, who has the potential to be one of the most gifted players to come through the youth ranks at Stockport County in recent years. That's good. I'd like to think I had a notable influence in bringing through Ricky Brown and Jim Lane. Come on, please give me something that's not total crap like we've had the last couple of years. Simon Quickenden, please be decent. Really? 5'9", gets forward wherever possible, driven personality. Like, he's okay. We're going to do an automatic draw, but I feel like there's a lot of teams out there that we could get results against, in all honesty. So Borussia Dortmund will play. Come on, give us Dortmund. Oh, Barcelona, goddamn. Please not another Man United. Juventus, we've not played them before. No, we have actually in the... Oh, no. We're going to end up drawing a Manchester club, aren't we? Manchester United. We'll get... Oh, really? So we have to play Man City in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Bearing in mind, they've beaten us twice in the league this year, and we've beaten them in the cup. FA Cup semi-final is also being drawn before our game. Come on. I'm just going to do an automatic draw. Give us Aston Villa. Oh, we got Chelsea. I still want to go out a bit more full strength now that we're sort of towards the latter stages here, because we've got an international break after this anyway. So I want to really have a crack at this game and try and get through to the next round. So, Villa, Lane, Eels, Mello, Slawi, Bofa, Bednar, Roussel, Gardok, Karius, Negoita on the bench, Abasolo, Maya, Middledorp, Wright, Vigo, Staiku, and of course, Akwebu. Right then, those kits, nah, they won't clash that much. I just want to see us put in another solid performance, keep this run of wins that we're on. We've now won 10 in a row in all competitions. Villa's already into good space here. He's already through. Oh, he should have done better. Villa! That's surely a free kick to Leicester. He should have just taken the shot on himself rather than laying it off. Space out wide for Bednar. Of course there is. Oh, that's really nice football. Slawi saved, and it's a good start for Stockport. This feels like the type of game that work ball into the box might be useful in. It just seems like the type of game where we want to be a bit more patient with it, since we've got Leicester where we want them at the moment, which is nice. But we need to make sure we create something ourselves. If we get in front, I'll be all right with it. But we're just not creating as many chances as I'd like at the moment. Well, from a defensive standpoint, we couldn't have done any more. They've not had a single shot in the first half. And that's pretty much all I could ask for the lads there. Lane. Let's catch him on the break, maybe. Villa. Lane's making a run through the middle. Villa can maybe whip a cross in. He does. It's cleared away, but Bednar could have a crack himself, maybe. Slawi. Eels. Saved by Nugent again and cleared out for a corner. Wow. Well, half-time, and I couldn't really ask for much more from a defensive standpoint. The strikers just need to step up. It's not like we're not having shots. We just need to be a bit more creative. Bednar. We need like a flick down for someone like Slawi in this position. Eels. Can he turn aside and have a shot, maybe? Bends it wide. Slawi again. I feel like a long shot might be all we can get from this. Slawi trying to go through and bends one and Nugent saves. I'm going to switch over to hit early crosses because we haven't won much possession back, in all honesty, and we might as well just play for a bit more directness. It's just not looking like our day at the moment. Lane's ball. God dog, and it's well saved by the goalkeeper. We've had 21 shots in this match. We're actually going at extra time. 10 shots on target, 22 shots. Completely dominated the match. And, yeah. I have a horrible feeling. Second half commences. They've still not had a shot on target in over 100 minutes of football. What more can we do here? This would be the mugging of the bloody century if they were to somehow get through here. Ball in. Headed away. Everybody is completely knackered here. Pavon. He should be knackered too. We've got so many players around him. How has he managed to... Oh, Bednar as well. Wright is a bit fresher than some of the other players on the pitch at least. And Jamie Lane, can he take it past his man? He's through! Jamie Lane hits the post! Oh my god. We're going to penalties. Somehow they've managed to force us to penalties in this game. Jamie Lane is absolutely not taking one. I'm going to move him down there, because just in case. Right then, I cannot believe this. Pavon for Leicester City. Smashes it down the middle. Their first shot on target of the game comes in a penalty shootout. Kevin Wright, been reliable as hell from the spot so far, and he slips it in home again. Nicely done, Kevin. Keep us in this. We need something big from Negoita, basically. That's what we need, and it's smacked straight down into the corner. Liviu Staiku. If he scores this, it'll partly make up for the red card he got. And it's, well, I mean, the goalkeeper's dreadful there. 2-2. We're at least matching them. Tom Davis now for Leicester. And again, it's in. The goalkeepers are completely dead on their feet. What's he got? Young Elcho. And just casually dispatches that like it's nothing. Fabris now for Leicester. Is any goalkeeper going to actually make a save? They're just... Nothing's happening. This is going to get ridiculous. Morgan Roussel, our centre-back, and it's down the middle, and it's another save. Colashaw stepping in, and it's in. They've scored all 5 penalties. Oh, I have a horrible feeling it's going to come to Jamie Lane and he's going to miss. Wait, hang on. I swear I didn't have him as the 5th taker. I swear to God, he was 6th or 7th, unless it was a bench player that was in that. Jamie Lane steps up for Stockport County, and he scored a penalty! 5-5 on penalties. Jamie Lane has scored. Well, I still don't understand why he took one, though. I feel like I'd put him further down. Tumala, the Finnish fullback for Leicester, scores it again. It's 6-5. My God, they're just... It's the guard dog of all people, and it's down the middle. It's 6-all. Oh, my God. A goalkeeper's going to end up taking one at this rate. Afkia. And he saved it! Negoita, hero man. He just needs to keep his cool and dispatch us into the semi-finals, and he's done it. Stockport are into the FA Cup semi-final, 7-6 on penalties in the end. This is going to get dicey now. Everton in the Premier League, an FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea, and then 2 games against Manchester City. That's the next episode. There's one against Villa in there as well. Good God, we're getting down to it now. We are just fighting on all fronts at the moment. We have won a lot of games in a row now in total. I think that's 11 in a row. Really starting to pick up the form again now, and it's looking good. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, to go through like that and to go through... We've not conceded in 5 games either, which is pretty damn cool. Yeah, like the video. Do that. Not for me, just to push me up the YouTube algorithm. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for crunch time. FA Cup semi. 2 games against City in the Champions League as well. We need to pull off some real heroics now. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.